Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game with our playthrough of Above and Below by Red Raven Games. So let's take it to the table. Welcome to the table where we have Above and Below all set up for a 2-player game. Now if you do need to learn how to do this, I have already done an instructional video for the game and that includes all the setup, so please do check that out. I'm going to be the blue player who's over here on the left. And then playing against me today will be Pixel, who is going to be green over here on the right. And for this game, we randomly determined, and I'm going to be the first player. So before I'm going to start taking turns, just zoomed in here to show you close up so you know a bit more about what's available to be bought, etc., to help you follow along with the game. So these star buildings up here are the same every game, they're not going to change. However, these key ones here do change. So we'll just talk a bit about what we've got. So we've got this one that costs 2, and it allows you to use cider and potions as money. Also, it gives you a reroll for when you're exploring. The next one costs 4. And this will give you a village point for every cave that you have at the end of the game. And again, this one will give you a reroll when exploring. Then we have one costing 3. And this means that whenever you perform a build, you will gain a coin. And then the last one we have is this one that costs 5. And this means whenever you perform a recruit, rather than your newly recruited villager going into your exhausted area, they go into your ready area. And again, another one giving you a reroll on adventuring. Then in the villager row here, we've got a fish boy, because everyone loves a fish boy. And he's really good at adventuring, plus he can teach people. So on a 1, he'll get 2 lanterns, and on a 5, 3. Then we've got an old bearded guy with glasses. Again, he's a teacher. You know, glasses give that away really, don't they? Again, not bad at exploring. Gets 3 lanterns on a 4. Then we've got a teacher, medium exploration. We've got a frog dude who's good at building and good at adventuring. Again, 2 automatically if 1 or more, and if 5 or more, 3 lanterns. And then we've got another, not quite as good, but still not bad. 1 lantern on a 2, 3 lanterns on a 4, and can build. And then in our building row here, we've got one that costs 5. Will give you a potion and a bed. We've got one that costs 4 and refreshes with pairs each round. One that costs 3 and gives you a coin of income each round. Plus is worth a village point. Got this one for 7, which gives you a bed and is worth 2 village points. Then for the outposts, we've got one that costs 4, and every time you go adventuring, you get a coin. Plus it's worth 3 village points. Then we've got one for 8 that gives you a bed, and when you get it, you'll place 2 pot tokens on this. Those won't refresh during the game. Then we've got one that costs 3, gives you 3 victory points, and moves you 1 up the reputation board. And the final one costs 4, gives you 2 victory points and a bed. So it is my turn, and I'm going to use my little feathery girl here, who I'm going to call Susie for now. I may drop the name later, we'll see. So she is going to tire herself out recruiting. So, and I'm going to recruit Fish Boy, which costs 2 coins, so I'll drop those in the bank, and that's going to give me Fish Boy into my exhausted area. And that's all I'm doing my turn. So over to Pixel, and Pixel I think is going to go building. So Pixel's going to spend 5 coins and buy this building here, which she just adds to her village, and that of course immediately gives her a potion. So she's now got an extra bed. Because Pixel bought a building from here, now it's the end of her turn, we refresh. So our new building will give income and a potion for free. coins. Now, I don't know if you noticed, we didn't refresh the villagers. This doesn't happen till the end of round. Might go once more. Well, I need a bed really, but the only bed I could afford, Pixel bought. Anyone would think she did that on purpose. So I'm going to send, let's see, what shall I call this one? It's got a very farmeriness. What's the farmer name? Joe. Farmer Joe. So Joe is going to go labouring. And because he goes labouring, and he's the first person to do so this round, as well as getting me a coin, he also gets me a cider. So Pixel has this extra bed, so she needs to get a person to fill that bed. So she's going to send Lucy. We'll call her Lucy. Lucy off to train someone. And Pixel only has 3 coins. So as much as she'd like the Frog Boy, she cannot take Frog Boy. So she is going to go for the Old Man Teacher. Mr. Humberbottom. And of course that means 3 coins to the bank. So it's me once again. And I have 6 coins and I've got my guy who can build. I can't go adventuring, I don't have enough people, I've got nothing to harvest. So it's build or labour, they're my options. So he's going to go building. Should I give him a name? I guess I should. Well, we've got Joe, so let's make him Joseph. So we've got Joe and Joseph and Fish Boy. And, can't remember what her name was. It doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah, he's going to build this lovely house here, which costs 4 coins. And now they'll have a reroll when adventuring, and they'll get points at the end of the game for empty caves. And I'm now out of villagers, so that's me done for the round. Pixel, though, does still have this 1 villager. But he's got no symbols, he's got no feathers or hammers, so all he can do is adventure, labour, or harvest. There's nothing to harvest. He'd need someone else to go adventuring with him, because apparently people are too scared to go alone. So that means he'll be labouring. So he'll go labouring, getting Pixel another coin. And that is then the end of round. First thing we do is we move our round marker down. Then we put out a new cider. Then we shift down these villagers. So Frog Boy's getting cheaper all the time. And then we put out 2 new villagers. We've got a very mysticky, mysterious hooded woman who's a builder and an okay adventurer. And then we've got a really good adventurer here, like super good, but very expensive at the moment. Then we both need to rest our villagers. So first things first, we can spend cider and potions. Well, let's look at my village here. I've only got 3 beds, so at the moment I'm not going to be able to rest all of these. But I do have a cider, so I'm going to spend my cider to rest Fish Boy, because it feels like he'd be the one to drink. And then I've got 3 beds, so I can rest my other 3 villagers. And Pixel here has 4 beds, so she'll rest all 4 of her villagers. Next, we collect income. So Pixel doesn't have any bonuses to income here, and she hasn't gone up on this resources track at all, so she'll just be getting 4 coins. 2, 3, 4. There we go. What about me? Well, I also have no additional income, so 4 coins for me. And the last thing to do is to pass the first player token. So this will go over to Pixel. So Pixel is now our first player for our next round. And Pixel's going to start the round by having her little child boy here, who I can't remember if I've named yet or not, go building. Let's see, 4 coins. We'll get them this pear orchard thingy. So we need to put a pear token on there. And that's Pixel done. And for my go, I really would like to get this frog boy. So I'm going to send... Yeah, I can't remember her name for the life of me. That's how important all of these villagers are to me, obviously. The only one I can remember is he's Fish Boy. One of these was Joe and one Joseph, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So 3 coins will get me Frogman. And he goes to the exhausted area. And Pixel is going to go harvesting. She's going to harvest this pear here. So it is my go, and you know, I would go building, but I've only got 3 coins. So I think it's about time we had an adventure. So Fish Boy and Joseph, J-Man are going to go adventuring. So we take the top cave here. And then let's roll the dice. So we get a 6. If we have a look, 6 is adventure 46. So, grabbing our encounter book, we shall turn to paragraph 46. You come upon a massive underground waterfall. The water roars over the rocks, disappearing into a great dark chasm below. Glancing down, you suddenly notice 2 dim eyes staring back at you. Within moments, a giant blue lizard head emerges from the cavern on a long neck. A strong, sour fish smell fills the air. I was growing tired of eating fish, says the lizard, grinning hungrily at your party. Do you fight the monster or hide from it? Well, Fish Boy is pretty terrified right now because this thing's obviously been eating fish and stinks of dead fish, and he's a fish. So the options are hide, explore 2, or explore 4, so 2 options there, or fight the giant lizard. So that's an explore 7. So let's see. Well, pretty easily manage a 3, maybe a 4. Can't really manage a 7 unless I get a 5 and a 3, and then injure both of them. So I think I'm gonna have to play it safe and hide, because Fish Boy's so scared, you know, I can't possibly ask him to fight. So, Fish Boy, I rolled a 3. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my reroll on that. Try and get the 5. I got a 2. So that's 2 lanterns. And then J-Man. 2. So that's 3 lanterns. Well, Explore 2 was an option. Or I could injure someone. You know what? I'm going to injure the J-Man here. So I'll put him in my injured area, and Fish Boy can go in my exhausted area. So, what happens? You delve into a little cleft in the rocks, cowering away like cowards. You lose 1 reputation. So that's the wrong direction on that tack. I'm nearly on minus points. But I do find a coin in this bit of rock, so that's one good thing. And of course, it means I now have a cave here. So with that excitement all over, let's go back round to Pixel, who only has 1 coin. Now, she does have 2 people, so she could go adventuring. But I think what she's actually going to do is send someone labouring so that she can get another coin and she gets a cider. So my turn once again, and all I've got left is this other J-man. I've got 4 coins. I'm going to send him building. I'm going to spend 2 coins to get this key building here because I want the reroll. And we're back with Pixel with her last person, and she's going to send him to train someone. I'm going to train this little blonde girl here for 2 coins. And everyone is now out of villagers, so that is the end of the round. So moving our round marker down, we then put our cider out, shift our villagers all down. We then need to rest our villagers. So we'll start off, Pixel's actually going to use her cider to rest one of hers. And then she has the 4 beds she needs to rest the others. I, on the other hand, have no cider, have no potions, and have a lot of people, and only 3 beds. So I'm going to rest the non-humans, because they're better than humans. And then I think I'm going to rest my builder guy. So then income, I will be getting 5 because of my mushroom in the track there. And Pixel still only gets 4. So this time we do have a building in need of refresh, so we'll do so. And pass the first player token over to me. And the first thing I'm going to do is send out Frog and Fish on an adventure. And we get 5, which is paragraph 203. Your explorers come upon a wooden wagon, painted in bright colours. A woman with raven black hair sits at the front, but there are no beasts to pull the load. My cave goats got loose while I was resting. If you could help me find them, I'd be happy to share some of the medicine I'm carrying. Your options are search for the cave goats, explore 3 or explore 5, or search for the cave goats, then hold them for ransom. Explore 4, explore 6. Well, the whole ransom thing doesn't sound very mean. It's a bit mean. So I think the fishies are just gonna, well, the amphibians, I guess. Amphibians are gonna help search for the goats. So explore 3, explore 5. They should have this in the bag, really. So, let's see. Frogman. Ooh. 3. So, what did we need? A 3 or a 5? I'm going to use a reroll there. I've got 2 of them now. Yeah. So, it doesn't matter what I roll this time. That gives me the 5 I needed. So, explore 5. You search for the goats, finding them successfully. The woman rewards you with a pot, a potion, and +1 reputation. So that's my rep back to start. And I get a pot, which I'm going to put straight into my goods row here. And I also get a potion, which is useful because I've still got an injured person. And of course that means these guys are now exhausted. And I got another cave. Pixel is going to start by having someone go labouring. So it's the first person of the round, so she gets a cider and she gets a coin. I have just one person left and he is a builder, so I guess I should make a building. So I'm going to use all 7 of my money and send this guy building and get me this building here. So it's worth 2 village points and it gives me another bed. So Pix is going to send this little guy off building. And we'll pay 3 coins to get this building that's worth an extra village point, and will give +1 coin in income. Then she is going to harvest, and these two might as well go exploring, I think. Or I should say Pixel thinks. So they find a cave, and we have paragraph 64. Your party finds a small raft on the side of a huge underground river. The water smooth and clear, you decide to climb aboard and see what you can find downriver. Tiny silver fish trail along beside you, growing in number with each moment. Suddenly the fish scatter in every direction, disappearing into the depth, and something large and dark looms underneath your little raft. 4 red eyes open, and a monstrous fish emerges from the water, knocking your raft towards the shore. Do you paddle for shore or fight the huge fish? So paddle for shore is an explore 3. Fight the huge fish is an explore 5 or explore 8. Now, I could manage the 5 if I rolled double 4s, but I mean these guys are teachers. We've got a young girl and a man. Nah, they're going to go for it. So, Blondie here. Oh, did well. She got a 6. And old man Humberbottom, I think it was, something like that, got a 4. We have 5. Okay. So, explore 5. You fight and kill the fish. Your reward? You get 2 fish tokens and +1 reputation. So they're moving on up. And it's like 2 fish? 2? Wow. So yeah, 2 fish. I think they're just going to sit there for now. So they have exhausted themselves and brought back a cave. And that's everyone done, so it's the end of the round. So we move our round marker down into our 4th round. We refresh our cider. There's no villagers to refresh, but we do then need to rest our villagers. So starting with Pixel here, she's got 4 beds, but 5 people. So she's going to spend her cider. And let's have Blondie be the drunkard. And the other 4 rest. So all good. And then it's me, and again, I'm not going to be able to rest everyone. I have got 4 beds now. Okay, and I'm going to use a potion. Actually, no, let's just leave him injured. This is worth a gold to me. I can use it as gold. I don't need him anyway. So, yeah, I'll just rest these 4 and get them back. So then, income. I now get 6 coins. And Pix is only getting 4 from here, but she gets +1 here, so she's getting 5 coins. Then we still only have the 1 building to refresh. And we pass the first player marker, which comes over from me over to Pixel here. So Pix is going to start by labouring, which will get her a cider and a coin. And then I'm going to go adventuring. So we'll send our dynamic amphibian duo off. And what will they find? They will find paragraph 69. Your party finds a tent set up underneath a massive face cut into the cave rock. The face has 4 eyes and is covered in intricate geometric designs. The embers of a campfire still glow, and you assume that the owner of the tent is nearby. At the far end of the cave, you spot the owner returning. A squat, grey-skinned creature with round red eyes and rows of spikes on its back. It's a Gloggo! Do you loot his tent before he can make it back? Or do you wait and attempt to befriend the Glogger? Befriend the Glogger is explore 4, explore 6. Loot his tent is explore 3, explore 7. Now, you see, if these were humans, they might be like, Glogger, oh no, horrible, I'll run away. But no, these guys are amphibians, so they know to befriend people who look different. So they're going to try and befriend him. So they need an explore 4 or 6. Well, they're guaranteed a 4. So let's see if they can get a 6. So Frogman rolled a 6, so that's a good start. So we need a 5 or a 6 for Fishboy, and I've got 2 rerolls. And I don't need them. Wow, what good rerolling. So that's our explore 6. Your attempts to befriend the Glogger work. Well done. As a reward, he gives you 2 coins, a mushroom, and you gain +2 reputation. And I'll put the mushroom up for sale, I think. So it's Pixel once more, and she is going to pay 8 coins and send little boy off building. And he's going to build an outpost that will give them another bed and also 2 pots. And this guy's going to go building and pay 5 coins to get this building here. So we've got another bed. What I'm just going to do is shift these around so the beds are together. So that's 5 beds. Then we refresh and the new building is another bed. So Pixel has no money. Well, this is a slight problem. However, she needs to go harvesting, so she's going to do that. So she'll send 2 people harvesting. One will harvest a pear, and one's going to harvest a pot, which she'll put in there. So I've got 1 person left, and I think I'll send them recruiting. So, can pay up to 3 coins. So I'll get this tribal-y girl here. Then Pixel, with her last remaining villager, doesn't have a lot she can do because she's got no money. I think labouring's probably more what we need right now. So we'll go labouring, getting 1 coin. And that's then the end of round. So we move the round tracker down, and then we refresh our cider, and then our villagers here. And then Pixel needs to rest her villagers. She's only got, oh no, she's got 5 beds, 5 villagers, so she's good. So she's just going to rest the whole lot. And for me, I've got 5 beds, so I'm just going to rest the 5 that are exhausted and leave him injured. Then my income, let's see, so I'm at 6, and I have no bonuses to income. So I'll get 6 coins. Pixel, on the other hand, is, let's see, she's at 6 here, plus 1 for that. So she will get 7. And then we need to refresh goods. So we don't refresh these pots because they're just when it's bought. However, we do need to refresh this pair here. And we pass over the first player token. Over to me. And that is above and below, at least for now. If you want to see the rest of the game, you'll have to tune in for the next video. I do hope that you've enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have, please do watch the rest of the videos on the channel, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends and family. Also, do check us out on social media. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.